Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the T-50-2, it's a Tier 6 Soviet premium light tank. It's located on the south spawn of Ruinberg, and this one is under the command of Apache 6467 of REBRN. Now, he's been saying that he hasn't had any really good games in this tank for a while, even though he's got 2 marks on the barrel. So let's see how he gets on in this one. Well, as you may know, this is the premium tank that was given out by Wargaming for those who've been with the game for quite some time. And it's a very fast little light tank with a 57mm gun that's capable of 85 alpha, penetrating 119mm of armour. And when he's gone straight up to the front to get some spotting in straight off the mark, normally the best thing on this position, on this map on the south spawn, is actually to go to that little alcove in between the houses in the middle of the main street, because you can not only shoot into the town, but you can also proxy spot everybody who's on the other side. And well, he's actually ended up in a bit of a knife fight with a T-52 on the enemy team. They both lost some hit points. Oh, that Hummel just took a round. It's going to take a few more shots to put him out of the game, but in fact, actually, it's more than likely now he won't get that kill. Well, he doesn't get the kill because the AMX 12 ton does instead. And he's taking a bit of a risk here, being out the centre, but because there's a T-34-85 in there, but he might get the kill on that. Yes, he does. That Type 64 is still there. Type's a very dangerous tank, actually. Most people underestimate it. It's one of the most useful tanks in clan wars and the like, simply because it's such a good light tank. But on this occasion, he's been outmatched. Okay, Jagdpanzer 4. He's going to use the good penetration on this 57mm gun to harass that Jagdpanzer as he pulls back. He's in cover at the moment because he's got a very low profile. But, oh, out of the game. Now we've got a T-150. And that was a fire. Set light to him. Only a premium fire extinguisher went off, I'm afraid. Trying to get another engine fire. He's aiming towards the engine bay. Tracked him. Keeps pumping those rounds in. Oh, that's another fire. Yep, and this time round he gets it because he picked up an arsonist medal. Striv 74, proving that the Striv armour is no good because it's too low a tier. Looks like his team has now conquered the central road, and now they're starting to troll the enemy. The enemy still does have an Arty in play. There he is. Hello, Mr. Arty. Goodbye, Mr. Arty. That's it. That's better. Keep pumping them in. There you go. So 5 kills so far, but now he's going to come across 2 tanks he doesn't really want to meet, an MT-25 and a T-37. And the reason is because they are actually quite good light tanks in their own right. The MT-25 doesn't have a good fire rate, but it does have fairly good armour and decent turn of speed. And look at that shot, 132 hit points lost from that single round, which proves you shouldn't trifle with an MT-25. Oh! Just shot the rear of that 40 TP, but takes another round from the 40 TP. The enemy doesn't like their cat being occupied. Probably a good idea to let that SU-100 fend off any rounds coming from T-37. Fires one in. He's playing peekaboo using the SU-100 as cover. He's still there. Nope, didn't get that one through. Wrong angle. He'll try again. He has to. They're capping that he has to get a reset. Especially now they've got 3 in the cap. Going for the MT-25. Oh, pulls back out. The T-37 reappears, but yep, he wasn't waiting for him, you see, and the T-37 got the reset. Well, didn't get a reset as such, he got the kill. So, no Top Gun, but 5 kills is pretty good. potentially he might have the high caliber, but we don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But it looks like the team got it underhand because, or got it in hand, not underhand, because there's only 3 left and that 40 TP's down. There's only 1 left now, and it's that T-37. Yep, the guy who killed Apache is now the last one alive, and he managed to kill the SU-100, so he'll probably end up with a Defender medal, but that's about all he's going to get because he's going to lose the game any second now. Comes into view. Our T-34-85 is chasing after him. He's been cornered and wiped out. And that's it. Game over. Maybe he just should have kept playing peekaboo with the T-37, waiting for the T-37 to come out, rather than, and using the SU-100 wreck as cover, rather than doing what he actually did. Oh, well, this is a turn up for the books. He actually did rather well out of that game. He got his first ace tanker in a few months. He also managed to get a fighter badge for getting these 4 kills. He got 5 in arsonists because we set fire to, or he set fire to the T-150 and watched him burn twice. 5 for effect for doing more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle, and a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 12 on that one. He also picked up a battle hero medal. He managed to get a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game. He did get it, and a Confederate because he hit more of the enemy than anyone else in his team, and his win rate was very high, 10,859, which is Super Unicum standard and some. Let's have a look at the team score. Top of the table, 2,043 hit points of damage. In fact, he was the only player who managed to get over 2,000 hit points of damage. There were 4 players who managed to get over 1,000. That included the 40 TP with 1588, the T-34-85 who managed to get 1530, the ARL 44 with 1180, and lastly that MT-25 1135, and he picked up a Defender medal for resetting the cap. Not the T-37 that I thought it would actually be. No, he didn't get the reset. It was the MT-25 that did it. But there you go. When it came to kills, it was Apache again with 5 kills. He killed 1/3 of the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, yes, he's the only one who managed to get over 1,000 base experience. 1,187 for him. The next highest player only had 835. And after that, the Churchill 7 with 629. He fired 43 rounds of 57mm round, I should say. 32 direct hits and 25 penetrations, so not all of his shots actually did manage to go through, and I think some of those were because he was firing at the wrong angle, especially on the T-37, who kept popping around that corner, but he was so well angled it was very difficult for those rounds to go in. 2,043 hit points of damage, of which 910 were at more than 300 meters, shots from the center line. 5 hits received, all 5 were penetrations. The T-52 doesn't have great armor. It does have good speed and a good gun, but poor armor. 4 enemy vehicles spotted, 12 enemy vehicles damaged, 5 killed, so there was only 3 enemy vehicles he didn't touch during that game. 819 hit points of damage assistance, or spotting assist. He earned 33,831 credits from the game, got repair and ammunition, and that took his haul down to 22,026 credits. He picked up 2 bonds, one for the Confederate, one for the high caliber, and 1,780 XP, 534 for this being a premium vehicle, took away 2,314 experience points altogether. So I think his dry spell in the T-52 has come to an end, but again, he's still playing very, very aggressively as if he's got armor, but he doesn't have armor. And really, I think the big mistake was sitting on that corner, going against the T-37 and then popping out to take pot shots into the town. It did give him some nice hits on the tanks that are in the town, like the 40 TP. He put two shells into the 40 TP, and he did put shells into the MT-25, but popping out once too often gave that T-37 a chance to put some rounds into him for return, and that took him out of the game. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, and thank you for watching.